title. Obviously, the noisy neighbours have appointed a manager. I just wanted to touch on to that and just get your feedback on it and what you think it means for us, if it means anything. Because my thing is that club is cursed, man. Do you know what I mean? Any manager that goes there ain't getting or winning shit. You know what I mean? But Nigerian Englishman, let's kick off with yourself, man. What's your feeling? I know he was a manager that you liked, and with Arteta's struggles, etc.
I won't lie. I'm upset because of he's a manager that, in terms of the fight that we're looking for in our team, proven track record of winning. And if any team was going to get him out of us, Man U and Tottenham, I thought it would have been us. But we're here. I'm worried that this makes Levy look more ambitious than the two American owners that we have at United and Arsenal. Because because look, we've just gone above Spurs. We've just gone above them, and there's been no mention of us replacing our manager. And probably this is not the right time because he's on a good run. But look, if you look where Spurs are and where we are, and they're replacing their manager, look where Man U are, and they're talking about replacing their manager, and look at what we've been doing. It's just weird. But there's one thing that we can always rely on.
Good.
Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go.
Everywhere they go.
So yeah, hopefully they do another Spurs.
Not even at home.
I put another stain on another manager's CV, so they got happy to
Poison Chalice. He did everything not to go there, but do you know what? When someone throws money at you stupidly, you can't say no. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his demands must have been huge for him, for Levy to say, okay, do you know what?
100%.
But Gumza, yourself, I mean, would you?
Do you know, I'd rather him be at Spurs than United, because I think him at United would back him. Even with him going there. Again, I know he turned it down in the summer because I think he wanted a war chest and Tottenham refused. But I don't think they would really bow and give him that much money. They might have seen sense and realised that the players aren't good enough. But I look through that team, and actually that team's terrible. Like, I know when you've got Kane and Son, you've always got a chance. But when you look at the rest of it, it's not great. Like
that's some major work.
And these men were talking about Højbjerg in front of Partey, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, not in front of Partey. I'll put him in front of. I like Højbjerg, but yeah, again, him in isolation is not enough. He's same as Romero. Him in isolation is not enough. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's a lot. He likes a free at the back, so it looks like Davinson Sanchez is probably going to come back in. Do you know what I mean? Like when you bring in them kind of players, it's not promising. So yeah, he is a good manager. Like there's no doubt about it. But I think this team needs a lot of work, and he's only got 18 months. So they're really going to spend crazy money on him rebuilding that team when he signed an 8-year contract.
That's January window, summer window.
January. Yeah.
Don't rule out a potential sale of Kane in January, though, Gumza.
Yeah, so I was going to come on to James with that. I mean, from what Gumza's saying there, in terms of Conte not having the money, etc., and all that kind of stuff. I mean, do you think it's more likely now that Kane could be going because Levy could have said, "Look, we'll give you this. However, we're looking to sell Kane. We'll get 100 mil for him, so you'll have that plus whatever we can give you in January to get certain players in." Do you think anything like that? I mean, does it even bother you? Do you even care?
No, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, in the nicest way possible. I don't know. Everyone's like, Tottenham are back. Like, we should be concerned.
Oh!
Do you understand? Like, do you understand how content I am right now with how well Arsenal Club is doing? That I ain't listening to any white noise that's coming from anybody
and
else.
That's what it is. It's white noise. It's just that big truck reversing. That's what it is.
Just at the end of the day, right? They're a shit club with a world class manager, and this world class manager ain't gonna win shit with this club. Like. It's just they may get Carabao or whatever if they're even still in it. I can't remember if they're still in it.
Yeah, they are. They've got West Ham, so they're going to get out.
Yeah, David Moyes is going to better than Conte, ain't he? No, I'm kidding. Probably jinx it. But no, man, I'm not even concerned. Like, where I'm at, like, we're doing well and we're at the beginning of our rebuilds.
Yep.
Spurs are doing atrocious on paper. Yes, they're relatively around the same place as where we're at.
Yep.
But you compare their squad in terms of how it was the rebuild with Pochettino and where it is now. Like, it's in a bit of a disarray. Like, there's no clear direction of where they're going at. So I don't know. I'm not going to rule out Conte because he's a very good manager. But for me, I'm not that bothered, bro. Like, you can go win a Carabao Cup, and if we finish top 4, top 6, then I couldn't care less, bro. It's also 5,000 days since you last won a trophy, so you're in the mud.
Woo! That's a long time. A very
2 months,
long
and he wins
time.
the Carabao Cup. I don't mind that. You're right.
I don't want them winning anything, full stop.
For real, but I'll be okay with that.
Gunner King, I can see you're not bothered, man. Look how laid back you are, bro. So, I mean, my man could fall asleep right now, talk of Conte. He's like, what? Who?
Well, for a minute, I thought I was on Paxton Road, man. All this chatter about these inferior North London neighbours that we unfortunately inhabit the same space with, you know. But let me put it to you like this. Yeah, because a lot of people are just like, look, I'm going to deep it, yeah. Conte's coming in. He's a world-class manager. And they're asking me to look at what he did at Chelsea, Inter Milan, and Juventus. Now, if we were to look at the squads that he inherited at Chelsea, Inter Milan, and Juventus, and compare it to this Tottenham Hotspur squad that he is inheriting now, and you would ask me to expect this Tottenham squad to stack up with any of them 3 squads, well, I would call you a madman. I'll call you a bleeding madman. I'll say, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Yeah, right? But then we're not even just looking at this comparison. I'm going to nutshell it, or I'm not going to nutshell it, but I'm going to deep it, right? The second part, right, yeah? You look at the owners of those 3 respective clubs, yeah, and their track record of digging deep into their pockets and investing into their squads relative to this Levy chap. It's chalk and cheese again, right?
Yeah.
So then you also look at the fact, yeah, the last year and a half and 2 years have financially impacted the revenue generation of all football clubs, not least Tottenham Hotspurs, in a way that has been very detrimental to the financial health of a lot of football clubs. Yeah. But then what you factor in is the fact that to rebuild this squad, they need to spend. They need to. So you've got an owner that's not willing to spend in most occasions. You've got a squad that needs spending on. Yeah. So somebody's going to have to give there. This is beyond Conte and his management skills, right? Yeah. He might be able to put a certain amount of pressure on it. Yeah. But that's got to come from Levy. And so far it hasn't. Yeah. Let's be real. It hasn't. Yeah. 2 seasons Poch went without being allowed to spend on his squad. Yeah. But then, didn't they just build a new stadium?
Isn't
the debt that they're servicing on that more than Barcelona's entire debt at the moment? It's a 1.4 billion. They are servicing a debt of 1.4 billion for their newly built stadium. They need to rebuild. They have an owner who's not willing to usually spend, who now needs to. Yeah. Whilst this same owner is servicing a debt of 1.4 billion.
Yeah.
With creditors breathing down his neck. And you want me, just because Conte's come in, to really give a fuck?
Love that.
Or think that him alone is subject to any of those other variables and that he can change them. Because he can't. He can put pressure on Levy, but we know how Levy is. Levy will do what Levy's doing. If he says the price for Harry Kane is 150 million, when it shouldn't be, and he's pricing himself out of money, pricing Harry Kane out of a move, and then Harry Kane's coming back to the squad, and he's basically, his morale's on the floor, so he's playing shit, and now his value's plummeting as well. You want me to be worried about this club? Look how they're run. Yeah? That's nothing to do with the manager. How they're run and how they make decisions, the whole ethos, everything behind the club, yeah? It's rotten. It's wrong. The way they recruit players, the way they scout players, the way they go to approach to buy players, the ones that they try and keep. Yeah, like they have literally 2 or 3 players in that squad that are fit for purpose. I'm talking like fit for top 6 status purpose. Yeah, and that for me is Harry Kane, Son, potentially Højbjerg. Not Dembele on his day, but on his day it's not good enough. Because his day don't come quickly. It don't come consistently enough. Yeah, so I'll take those 3 players. After that, you name me a player that is fit for top 6 purpose in that squad. I'll wait. But don't worry, Conte's here, and we should all be scared. Yeah, when we've just bought 6, 7 players. Our rebuild started when Arteta came. We were getting rid of fucking Deadwood for 2 seasons in a row, and bringing in all these players. Yeah. Like where they are now is where we were 2 years ago. In fact, no, it's not even there. It's where we were when we had just built our stadium, and we had to sell our players. We had to make these trade-offs financially, to try and even remain competitive. That's where they are. Yeah, we're wherever they're somewhere. Yeah, so this whole shit that I've been wrapped in all day about. Oh my God, Conte, shouldn't you be scared? I'm just like,
listen. I think the thing is that they let them have their little news.
Let's talk about being scared, shall we? Because where's this rebuild going under them?
On their back, no?
They're back. I just
whatever that means.
SKTV, how you doing, sir? It's good to have you on air and good to see your viewing. Conte's quality, but look at what Jose did before Spurs and look at what he did at Spurs. If any job could ruin his CV, it's the Spurs job. And there in a nutshell is pretty much there where you have it. I mean, listen.
All the way back in his career, you had to go back 26 years before he joined the club, sat in the dugout, and left that club without winning a trophy. Jose Mourinho. Conte's won, what, 10 trophies? Jose had won 26 when he went Spurs. Yeah. But I should be scared now because Conte's coming. He's a trophy-winning manager. Of course, Jose wasn't. Of course he wasn't.
Yeah. Well, that's enough of that Spurs and that rancid club. And listen, they're a joke of a club. I mean, listen, as you say, if anyone can ruin your CV, that's Spurs. But let's get on.